In the book of 2 Peter chapter 1, Peter goes through all the basic Christian virtues that a believer in Jesus must have in order to follow him abundantly. It's interesting, though, in verse 12 that he says, "Therefore I will always be ready to remind you of these things, even though you already know them, and have been established in the truth which is present with you. I consider it right, as long as I am in this earthly dwelling, to stir you up by way of the reminder." You know, I'm so thankful that there's people like Peter that aren't afraid to remind Christians of why they're Christians in the first place. So many times we grow up and we forget about the basic things that made us believe in the first place, and before we know it, we're stumbling off in a direction that we don't want to go. Never be afraid to go to the earliest places of the Bible where you first called upon Jesus' name so that you can remember where you came from. And when you do that, you're actually going to grow further and further and further in your faith. Don't be afraid to listen to the basics and never be embarrassed when somebody wants to remind you of the truth.